They'll give you a laundry list of everybody that's on your profile that's celebrating a birthday on that day. And you can just go type happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to everybody one at a time and, press send and what have you. And you'll just wish everybody individually a happy birthday. So far, so good. The fear comes in where we don't know if this person's now passed.
Ooh.
And you're just happily typing in happy birthday, all good intentions. You just want to wish them a good day. And you press enter and you just carry on. And then later on in the day, somebody sends you an inbox message. But don't you know this person passed away 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Hey?
That one is bad. I'd feel embarrassed.
You would?
Yeah.
Embarrassed?
In a way.
I'd be like, oh my word, how did I not know you died?
Yeah, because that's where the embarrassment would come from.
Yeah,
I would too. Okay, it's something that I ought to have known.
Yes.
But it also depends on how close you were with the person.
True story.
Yeah.
True story. So I do this more or less every day during the time you're reading new.
Michelle.
When you're supposed to be listening. Now we know why he says, Tabile, what did you say about Jacob Zuma?
Yeah, because she mentions a celebrity's name and I didn't know what she said.
Because he was
this is the
enjoy your
biggest
day. Bring me some cake on Facebook.
I'm sitting
Carry on.
I'm sitting here now and I'm going through that list, right? So I'm just saying happy birthday to people. So Baking Pan here in Overport, those guys that make those absolutely amazing everythings, right? So Resh, who is the wife of the owner, celebrates her birthday today. So I was just saying happy birthday to Resh. And then we're reading, in this list, and there's so many other people, like Sumaya Abdul, who listens to the show every day. It's her birthday today as well. So happy birthday to her. And then I came across this name that I remember from very, very early on in my radio career. And I knew that 10 years ago or 15 years ago, she was in her very late 60s, getting into her early 70s. And it would have been her birthday today. And it's something said to me, just click on it and go see. And she's no longer with us now. COVID apparently took her away. But then it makes me wonder, makes me think, how many people every day are we going and saying happy birthday to that are actually no longer with us?
Well, I don't really have, the time to I'm sorry, unless it comes up and it's somebody that I know or I've seen wish me happy birthday. Okay, if their name comes up, then I'll wish them happy birthday. I don't actively go to the notifications.
So the reason I do that is because when it's my birthday, it takes me about 2 weeks to go through everybody's message and just press like or thank you, that kind of thing. So if they took the time out to wish me on my birthday, then I'm gonna make an effort.
Do the same.
Yeah,
I don't do it either. I'm being very honest. I don't have the time.
Yeah. But if you were a cat.
No,
if you were
I would buy you all the treats. I'd wish you 10,000 times. Yes, we know.
Yeah.
But I would call you. For example, if it's someone's birthday and if I know you and we've got a relationship, firstly, I should have known already. But if it's a reminder, if I forgot, then I'll call you. Or I'll send you a voice note, those lovely long voice notes. I'll send you one of those.
So 5 people watching the video right now and thinking, oh my word, what happened to Nishal? Listen, I didn't age overnight. This beard got gray when I was 17 years old.
Sure.
All right. So it's part of the genes. I'm saying thank you to my grandfather and his grandfather. It happened. So that's a story there and I'm sticking to it.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Superintendent Raouf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let's talk about the traffic lights that are out on the Inanda Road Bridge into both sides. Policemen have been asked to go there to assess this warning. Hopefully they'll get there and sort out the traffic and assess the public. Entry eastbound, we got congestion as you pass in the manual toll. A very congested condition to allow for extra traveling time. Into southbound before Sibaya, you've got an accident. There are 2 vehicles involved, so there'll be delays there. Allow for extra traveling time. The vehicle Ashburton is now gone. It's clear, so there's traffic flowing smoothly. The M2 northbound from the M7 to Spaghetti is congested. The M2 southbound from M19 to Spaghetti is also congested. Allow for extra traveling time. M13 eastbound coming down field here, the slow-moving traffic into Pinetown. M1 Higginson Highway is also congested coming towards the M2 eastbound. Northern Freeway going northbound, taking off ramp to M41 is slow-moving traffic. Phoenix Highway congested coming onto the M41 as well eastbound. JG Champion is still moving eastbound, coming towards the R102 Palmview traffic lights. So allow for extra traveling time, please. Southern Freeway from the Steel Bridge all the way to the city center. Also congested conditions taking the off-ramp to Victoria Embankment. That's your second update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Raouf. Much appreciated. You take it nice and easy. We'll catch up with you later.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. So, Nasmira has got the winner. The only thing she didn't send in was like her ID number and her address and like where we can deliver this voucher.
And with all the information she sent through, she was still the first person.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Aisha Bibi Abdul Qadir.
You don't give a phone number out, man.
No.
But give the answer.
Garlic bread.
2 words. Garlic bread was the answer to this morning's anagram. Now, I think it worked out pretty well. So, Tabila, we're gonna keep this format.
Okay.
Where we get the anagram. We'll speak to the design department to do better with the wording and the design, right? But we'll post it up on our Facebook page every morning. So people can go check it out on Facebook and then answer it on WhatsApp.
All right.
So we're driving people to go everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not like you got nothing else to do in the morning, isn't it?
And if he gives you answers like garlic bread, he's also driving you to breakfast.
Yeah. So anyway, it's 10 minutes after 7. We're talking finance with Rohed Sukdeo after this.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
The views and opinions expressed by the presenters and guests of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
Elevate your events at Noor Venues, Riverside, Durban North. From birthdays and graduations to weddings and yoga classes, we've got you covered. Our 2 halls host 210 people, complemented by a boma pit, pool, and a unique bridal suite. Need a space for conferencing? We've got that too. Don't miss out. Book now. nourvenues.co.za. NOUR.co.za.
This winter, as temperatures drop, join Africa Muslims Agency in extending a hand of warmth and comfort to those in need across South Africa. With just 160 Rand, you can provide a blanket, and for 320 Rand, you can gift a winter pack, ensuring warmth against the biting cold. Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Hey, it's breakfast. It's Nishal, it's Nazmira, it's Tabila, and Zakaria is always walking away from the mic as soon as I switch on. But anyway, financial literacy is not just about understanding the value of money or how to make basic financial transactions. It's a comprehensive understanding of the financial systems that govern our lives. Empowering today's youth with financial literacy goes beyond equipping them with knowledge. It involves providing guidance, support, and tools to navigate the complex financial landscape successfully. So today we hope to give you further insight on how important it is to expose youngsters to these concepts about finance at an early age or early stage. Joining us in studio this morning, an expert in the field, no stranger to the station or the show as well, Rohed Sukdeo. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Breakfast Rush once again.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having me.
Always such a pleasure. And firstly, congratulations to you and Mrs.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Now, let's talk about money. What are some key aspects of financial literacy that young people should prioritize understanding in today's complex financial landscape?
Well, there are three essential aspects of financial literacy. It applies equally to adults and kids, and you've got to learn how to budget. You've got to learn how to save, and you've got to learn how to invest. And that's simply the three key aspects of becoming financially literate.
How can financial literacy empower young individuals to make informed decisions about spending, saving, and investing?
For kids and teenagers, they would need to organize and manage their finances. They need to learn how to budget, as I mentioned previously. Also, financial literacy would assist them in equipping them with relevant tools to systematically save their money and develop financial goals for their future. Furthermore, they can also learn how to invest their money in a relatively profitable way.
So there is that difficult task of drawing up the budget, as you've mentioned, which many people, I'm sure, are still struggling with as adults. What are the most important things to consider when drawing up your budget?
Well, I suppose if you address budgeting for kids as opposed to adults, adults struggle with certain aspects, but we find a commonality that most individuals can't identify needs and wants. So for kids, this is exacerbated because kids, of course, are not adults. They, the way that they spend money, their wants, of course, make way to their needs. So that's a problem for kids. So I think that's key to understand. And setting up goals. So kids are quite myopic in the way that they actually spend, mainly most of their lives, in all aspects, they are quite myopic. So they don't look at the broader picture. So finance is no exception. So that's another issue. And also, parents play an important role because if they allocate money to their kids and do it on a stringent basis monthly, instead of having it fluid in some scenarios, parents would continuously hand out allowances to their kids over the month, and that would mean that kids don't actually know how much of income they actually have, and that affects their budgeting, and they're not fastidious with their saving and spending. So those are the key problems.
So give them the money once.
And
let them stretch it out over from the day you got it till the day you may get another one. And you got to figure out how you're going to use it in between, 100%. Right?
Makes sense. Makes sense. What would you say is the cause for many young people to themselves in a financial crisis or debt in the early stage of adulting?
Well, like I've mentioned previously, you need to identify what your wants and your needs are. You need to look at your social conditions and the way that you've been conditioned. So what we find is adults, we mimic a lot of our lived reality. So if we're in an environment where our folks are spending money in a certain way, we generally grow up in that specific way. So if you have a savings mentality at home, we grow up to be adults who save. We have a spending mentality at home. We grow up to be adults that spend. So I think those are the key aspects that you need to identify in terms of financial literacy and budgeting.
Absolutely. Rohed, what are some practical steps that young individuals can take to enhance their financial literacy? Aside from traditional classroom education, are there any institutions that can assist in providing knowledge in regard to finance?
So I've looked at a few sites and I've looked at a few apps. So I think now that we are in the information age and all of these things are accessible to youngsters and they're interacting with these things on a daily basis, they should look at online sites and apps that assist them in engaging with certain programs that allow them to gain more knowledge around financial issues. Furthermore, there's financial institutions. I'm talking about some of the major banks and mainstream and not necessarily mainstream that allow for certain programs that parents can get involved in with their kids. I was just thinking, imagine if there was an app that you could have whereby a parent could put money into this particular app for a kid. I don't know whether it's out there or not.
Right.
And they would have X amount of money at the beginning of the month, and they have other service providers that come on board, and they get to spend and they get to get rewarded for whatever. And that way, the individuals that are part of that have their they get their advertising and they get whatever sort of
would be interesting
kickback that was being part of that, and also the kids learn how to spend, and it's a plus for the folks who are. I'm not sure if there's something out there at the moment, but
not the way you've described
social
it.
Media and apps and so forth. I think and that would be a very beneficial to kids of these age.
Absolutely. So as we expand on this one here, Tabila, go for it.
Yeah, just a question that's maybe not on the list that just came up for me is that a lot of the time when we have discussions, or when I have discussions with my friends, we sort of talk about black tax, if that's the way to put it.
Tell us what's black tax.
Okay,
first.
black tax for me, it's let's say I just started work, and at home I'm sort of now primary breadwinner, and now most of the money that goes towards the family comes from me. So now I'm sort of instantly expected or mandated to give out this money. So I or most of us tend to forget now about ourselves and putting our needs first, and then now we turn to put the family's needs first. So the problem is now, where do we draw the line as young people? Because you don't have much of a voice. So when it comes to your parents, so now you just, you feel that you just continue to give. And then even like a family relative that comes in, they said, okay, you have to also give this person. So now it also now becomes black tax. Because you're working.
Do they think that you're earning excessively?
Yes.
Okay, hang on for a second.
You wake up every day, you go to work, so you got money.
You got money. So before Rohed answers, I think Zach wants to weigh in on this one.
Yeah, I just want to comment because I 100% agree with what she's saying. So it's, I think, also being the eldest child in the family, it's like
both of you eldest in your household.
Yeah.
Right?
So basically, most of what I earn just goes to the household, and sending back home to my parents. My parents and stuff. So it's quite a lot, and sometimes it comes to a point where if you need something, you're trying to save up for something, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So that's one of the challenges.
This is a cultural issue. And so it is quite difficult to navigate this terrain because on one end, this is a practice that's been accepted for years, and on the other side, you have an individual who's basically becoming indebted as a result of this particular practice. So I think since it is a family or cultural practice, I think you've got to be honest about where you are in terms of your finances with them. And you've got to make them aware that you need to put away something for an investment purpose. And you were willing to assist them, but of course to a certain degree. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that where the shankbok comes out and is like, are you lying to me now?
Yeah. So most of the time, that's the problem. It's that making your parents understand that, okay, I'm also trying to, live a life, trying to have things for myself as well. So yes, I can assist, but then where do you draw the line and say, okay, just be firm?
I think, I'm no financial expert at all, but I think for me, it's you define where you draw the line.
Right.
For me, it would be that. For me, it would be, okay, I can afford 10% of my salary to go to household matters, or 15% or 20%. You define the line. You put it there in the ground and you say, we're not going to cross this line. That's where it is. On a monthly basis, I can contribute X amount to you, and how you use it after I've given it to you is completely up to you.
That's difficult because if you are very dependent, then how do you do that? Because almost more than half goes to the household. Now, how do you control that? You get where I'm coming from.
Rohed, I think it's an individual.
It is. And also, I think, these are people that are attached to your heart. So your approach to the conversation is very important. The way you sit them down, the way you talk to them, I think is quite significant in the result that you want.
Absolutely. I hope we've answered a few questions for you, Rohed. Thank you so much for coming through this morning. Even before we got here, you were here.
Yes.
That was brilliant. Well, thank you so much. And obviously, it's not going to be the last time we see you in the studio. We're always happy to see you at the legal workshops that we host throughout the year as well. So Rohed Sukdeo will be with us. Now, if folks want to ask you a question outside of all of this, how would they get a hold of you?
They can WhatsApp me on 082-757-2279, and they can email me on rohed@sattorneys.co.za. I'll definitely get back to them.
Thank you, Rohed. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
You are listening to The Breakfast Rush with Nazmira Kasim and Nishal Sarawan.
It's the final countdown to the event of the year. That's right, it can only be the Magma Agri Fair in Camperdown, taking place on Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of May at plot D353 Umlas Road. Get Kurbani ready with us at the live animal auctions, not to be missed. A weekend jam-packed with entertainment and fun as always. More shopping, more food, more Magma. See you there.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This feature is brought to you by Vodacom. Shop at the Pavilion, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, 4U at the Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, GSM at the Workshop, Umlivizi Mega City, Bridge City KwaMashu, and the Brookside Mall PNB.
Technology that you absolutely must have in your collection where you can enhance your digital lifestyle. That's what we've got for you at our set of Vodacom stores. You could get the Superfly Walk and Charge 5000 mAh PD power bank that normally sells at about 400 Rand each. You get it now at 179 Rand each. We'll take two for 350 Rand. It's compact size, absolutely portable. It has your LCD display on there, PD fast charge, built-in Type-C cable, 8-pin charging interface, you name it. This one's going to sort it out for you. Ask for it by name. It's the Walk and Charge by Superfly, now selling at 179 each, with two for 350 Rand. Now, while you're there, get the InTouch Orbit 360 TWS 5.0 Bluetooth speaker. It's got a unique ball-shaped design, built-in mic for hands-free phone calls, excellent sound quality, the latest Bluetooth technology. Comes with a bag, easy to carry. Enjoy your audio anywhere. Normally around about 400 Rand each. Get it now at 169 Rand each, or take two for 320 Rand. That's available at our set of Vodacom stores. Now, whilst you're walking around the store, get your prepaid Huawei B535 CPE router with a free 4GB prepaid LTE starter pack. This one here is 1,899 Rand. This is a brilliant router. We've got a couple lying around here as well. Home internet, up to a terabyte of connectivity. 399 Rand per month over 36 months. We're saving you 10,800 Rand off the entire package. So you could win 3 months of your bill paid by us. All you got to do is just walk into one of our Vodacom stores and tell them, I heard about this on the Breakfast Rush. Tell me more.
This feature was brought to you by Vodacom. Shop at the Pavilion, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, 4U at the Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, GSM at the Workshop, Umlivizi Mega City, Bridge City KwaMashu, and the Brookside Mall PNB.
You've tried the rest? Now come to the best. Vodacom Shop for smartphones, tablets, laptops, routers, SIM cards, gaming, and the latest accessories to complete the look. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection everywhere you go. Plug and play to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Get the right amount of everything. Vodacom Shop at the Pavilion Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop, Umlazi Mega City, City View, Bridge City KwaMashu, Brookside Mall Pietermaritzburg, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton.
The news headlines are brought to you by Karwa Financial Accounting Services, registered accounting and taxation practice, where client service and satisfaction is our main priority.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, Public Works Minister Sihle Zikalala yesterday revealed that Lighthole Construction, the main contractor for the Georgia collapsed building development, was not registered with the Construction Industry Development Board. President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to sign the controversial National Health Insurance Bill into law tomorrow. And finally, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has arrived in Kiev in a surprise diplomatic visit designed to underline the United States' support for Ukraine as it battles to push back Russian troops who have opened a new front line in the northeastern Kharkiv region. That's it for now. For Rohed Sukdeo News, I'm Tabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Tabile Duma. Headlines on the show proudly brought to you by Karwa Financial Accounting Services.
The news headlines are brought to you by Karwa Financial Accounting Services, registered accounting and taxation practice, where client service and satisfaction is our main priority.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Superintendent Rauf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And I am getting complaints of police for not being there yet to control the traffic. We're going to take this matter up, I can assure you. But traffic is still backing up considerably in that area, coming out of Parlock, Newlands. But this matter will be dealt with this morning, where we're going to make sure that if it continues, that there are policemen that are there to assist with the traffic. Stationary vehicle entry eastbound, Mahogany Ridge, Center Lane. Now, if you're coming from the toll plaza, Center lane's obstructed. Just be careful, please. A horse and trailer. Accident on the